and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show has an AL East matchup. It's the Boston Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch coming your way next. So almost ready to get underway. And on the hill today, Chris Bassett. Chris, he's got the ability to take control of a game when he's out there.
Well, incredible mound presence, and he's going to attack hitters. You look at that strikeout per 9 ratio over 10 coming into this start. So he's a pitcher that wants the ball. He's aggressive. He knows that he can get the swing and miss, especially when he needs it most. We'll see how effective he is in this one.
Ready to go. And now Jarren Duran. Clips the corner, and that's how this game gets started. Kicks and fires. Up the middle, and that one handled. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
Got himself in great position and couldn't have played that one any better, but just stood no chance with that great speed running down the line.
Man aboard, and here is Devers. That one fouled off.
Yeah, and here's a fun stat on Devers. He's at his best when he's hitting homers and doubles, and by the time he was 26 years old, Devers already had over 150 home runs and more than 200 doubles. He's just the 15th player in baseball history with those kinds of numbers at that age.
Swing and a miss as he was out front.
You know, that's a swing you'll see a lot against a good sinker, just right over the top. Tough to barrel that up.
Duran aboard here at first with nobody out. Swings and misses. Now one away.
Well, that's pretty much the dream two-strike curveball if you're the pitcher. Hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment, or players are going to be running all game.
And a foul ball. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Rosen puts it away. 2 down. Check out the Red Sox lineup. And Singy, I'm a bit surprised to see this many righties in the lineup against a right-hander.
Yeah, you're not the only one, Boog. I'm a bit surprised as well. And, you know, some hitters work well against same-handed pitching. You know, just back in 2024, Bobby Witt Jr., Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Aaron Judge all had higher batting averages against righties than they did against lefties. So maybe they got a plan after all.
Trevor Story stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Sliced hard but foul. Man on second, 2 down. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Trevor Story bops one out of here. And just like that, they're out front. It's 2-0.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
And with 2 down, the Red Sox. The early lead. Ref Snyder will hit next. Lined into right. And that's down, a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Batting sixth, first baseman, Romy Gonzalez.
Romy Gonzalez up next for the Red Sox. Not even close there. 1-0. On the ground to the left. Fair ball. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Batting seventh, second baseman.
And now the rookie second baseman. Foul ball there.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
Red Sox already leading. Misses outside. 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Two on, 2 outs.
2-2 the count.
In the dirt, blocked. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Two outs. And it remains 2-2. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Outside with a breaking ball. Carlos Narvaez on deck for Boston. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Hammer, base hit. Ref Snyder coming home. He's safe, and they're up by 3.
But when you see that many pitches in an at-bat, your chances of succeeding go up. And right there, we see the result.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Narvaez getting ready to hit. First pitch just misses. Corners are occupied with 2 down. There's a strike up high. And 1-1. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. squirts away a little bit, and an excellent job keeping it right there. Line drive, base hit. In comes the runner from third, and it's an RBI single, and it's 4-0.
Picks himself up an RBI. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
First and second, 2 outs. And stepping in for Boston, Cedar Rafaela. Ball one, no strikes.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. First and second, 2 down. Oh, right to the backstop. So on the wild pitch, 2 guys advance.
No trouble moving up to second on that play with the ball getting that far away from the catcher. Nice job to take advantage of the wild pitch.
Two and one now. Out to short. Bichette fires to first on the run, and that's a nice play to end the inning. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. On to the bottom of the first. The Red Sox 4 and the Jays nothing. Back here at Rogers Center, and on the mound in this one, Brian Bayo. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Bo Bichette, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and it falls. And the leadoff man aboard.
That ball right there landed in what they call the no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the outfielders trying to come in. They got to go a long way as well.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at the plate now. That's ball one. And there's a strike.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Next offering is fouled back. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Anthony Santander at the plate. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. In the dirt, it gets to the backstop. Bichette into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
One out and a runner at second. That's down and in. Swing and a foul out of play. Next offering is fouled back. Runner at second here, one gone.
Thank you.
And ball four, two aboard.
Well, they didn't give him anything to hit, and now with runners on first and second, they've set up a double play opportunity. So not a terrible result.
Here's George Springer. And that is downstairs. And that is ball one. Two on, one out. And that is out of play. Runners at first and second with one gone. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Fouls it off. Still 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Rafaela makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he moves up a base. So two away with runners at the corners. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored, and you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like you could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
Out to short, Story. And that is the third out of the inning. Blue Jays leave a pair. They trail it here 4-0. Back now in Toronto. Now batting Jarren Duran. Bassett back to work. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Next offering is fouled back. Out to short. Bichette whips it to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Now batting, designated hitter Rafael Devers.
Now it's Devers at the plate. Struck out swinging his first time. And that's in the dirt.
No strikes.
And another ball. And Chris behind the plate today, James Kingsley, known for being a little generous on the edges. There's a strike. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
In the dirt, and it's 3-2. One down, base is empty. And a ground ball to first, and foul ball. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swing and a ground ball. Tosses to first. He didn't make things easy for him there, but they still get the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Alex Bregman.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Alex Bregman. He's 0 for 1. Right through there for a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
2 outs, base is empty. Swings here and blasts one left field. Roden going back on this one. Up against the wall and brings it in. And we're back. Stepping in, Will Wagner.
Third baseman, Will Wagner.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1.
Well, a good slider from an opposite-handed pitcher has to stay in that tunnel just a little bit longer. Otherwise, recognition can cause you to barrel it up. And right there, the hitter clearly couldn't do anything with it.
Chop to first. Gonzalez. He steps on the bag. That's 1 out in the bottom of the second.
Batting 7, catcher, Tyler Heineman.
Here's the catcher, Tyler Heineman. And that one hit 97 on the gun. 1 out, base is empty. And that's in there at the knees.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. On the ground to third. Zips it across. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2.
Batting 8, center fielder, Nathan Lucas.
So 2 down now, and here is Nathan Lucas. Now a check swing, but he held up. Next offering is fouled back.
Ball, that's out.
Two balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs.
2-2 the count.
Gets a piece and stays alive. spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that one almost hit him.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Grinding AB right here. About to see pitch number 10. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. And he walked him. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
It's not easy laying off that pitch. It's designed to fool you, but he just wasn't fooled at all.
And stepping in, the rookie left fielder, Alan Roden. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
So the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Into center and a base hit. Lead runner to second with 2 gone.
Now batting, shortstop.
So the lineup flips over. Bo Bichette up to the dish. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Now one missed. That clips the corner. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Ooh, Baya.
1 ball.
You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
First and second, 2 down. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. And here is Trevor Story. Lifted in the air, right center field. And that is Springer. And out number 1 on the grab.
Now batting, right fielder, Rob Refsnyder.
Rob Refsnyder, the next to hit. Singled and scored his first time. Refsnyder measures 6 feet even, hitting 5th in today's lineup. And he's a native of South Korea.
He's dealing with a great 2-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
The 0-2.
Ball, that's just out.
And that's outside.
That pitch is out.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Stays alive. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Went back to the cutter, and it was worthwhile.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Late cutting action to get the swing and miss right there. I mean, that's just really hard to account for as a hitter when you're seeing the fastball all the way, and then just at the last moment, it darts away from you and you can't reach it.
Gonzalez swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. Out to short, Bichette. Now a jump throw. Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first. And not every shortstop could even make that play.
Here's the second baseman. RBI single his last time up. Here goes the runner. Pitch is low.
That's a ball.
Throw. Save. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
Pitch misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Action in the pen down there. A left-hander appears to be getting ready. Man at second. That's a strike. 2-1 now. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now, doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And it skips in the dirt. This ball's chopped on the ground. Guerrero. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1 hit, 1 left. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. The Red Sox 4 and the Jays nothing. Back here at Rogers Center, here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys.
That hit him. And the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. Man at first, nobody out. Anthony Santander now at the plate. Walked his first time. That one pushed to the left and foul. Guerrero gets his lead at first, nobody out. Fouled off left side. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. And the batter is George Springer. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. Grounder might be 2. Fires to second for 1. Back to first, double play. And that's it for the inning. Nothing doing here this half. 3 innings complete. The Red Sox 4 and the Jays nothing. As we go to the top of the 4th. And now it's the catcher for the Red Sox, Carlos Narvaez.
Carlos Narvaez.
First pitch misses.
You know, these Red Sox doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Next pitch inside, and it's 2-1.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Heineman collects, fires to first, got him. 1 away on the strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Cedar Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. 0 for 1, he grounded out in his first at bat. And that's in the dirt. Ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. He swings and fouls one off. One down, base is empty.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Now batting left fielder.
Jaron Duran up next for the Red Sox. 1 for 2. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Right through there for a strike.
He's so solid, calms the heart rate of the pitcher and the manager when the ball goes up in the air. You just automatically assume that it's an out every time it's hit in the air.
Swing and a miss.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. We talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. On the ground, Jimenez. On to first. That's the 3rd out. Nothing across here this half. And midway in the 4th, the Red Sox 4 and the Jays nothing. Bottom 4, here's Andres Jimenez. Remember Mark Kotsay was a real good defensive outfielder. Good instincts, not great speed. And a foul ball.
Yeah, and I figured you would get Kotsay into this because you had a free dinner at his house the other night.
That is true. That misses the zone, and it's a ball and a strike. Started to go at the 1-2. A check on it to third. Did not go. Battling here as he fouls it away. Goes down looking.
Well, he froze him with the changeup right there, and I think he was so geared up for fastball. Once he recognized that it was off speed, he just wasn't able to make an adjustment. So a really good strikeout, and pitcher just won the battle.
That one down the line, and it goes just foul. The Red Sox leading by 4. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That misses, and that's ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Inside. Counts full, 3-2. And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
That one ripped, but foul. Yeah, that's fouled off. Wagner stands at first with 1 out.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Heineman tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. And he went around. Rule to swing. Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays. Worked a walk at his first trip to the plate. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. Got him. Nice play. One left for Toronto. They're down 4-0. We're back, and there's a new arm on the mound to start the 5th. Yariel Rodriguez. He's pitching on 2 days rest. And here is Devers. 0 for 2 in this one. And there's a strike.
You know, these Red Sox really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
And now it's Alex Bregman. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
Ball 1, no strikes.
That one hit the knees for a strike.
Oh, you can throw that big curve on the inside part of the plate. Very difficult pitch for the hitter to get on plane with. You can have a lot of success if you can pitch in that location.
Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone.
That's a great take right there. Even though it's a strike, with the situation, runner on first base, you want to keep the ball off the ground. And you swing at that pitch, most likely you roll into a double play.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Nobody out. Runner at first. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Lucas pulls that one down, and there's one down.
Now batting, shortstop, Trevor Story.
So a man aboard. Trevor Story comes up to the plate. He's already homered here in this one. And there's a ball. And that's off the inside edge. And the count is 2-0. Man at first, one away. And it is 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Just
Ball 3.
missed.
3 balls, 1 strike.
And ball
Nope.
4, 2
Ball
aboard.
4. Now batting, right fielder, Rob Refsnyder.
First and second, 1 out. Rob Refsnyder up next for the Red Sox. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Close
Nope.
one,
Ball
doesn't get the call. 1
Counts
and 0.
1-0.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
Ball 2.
In the dirt. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1. That's down and in.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate, runners in scoring position, and a hitter's count.
And that'll load the bases.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
So digging in, Romy Gonzalez. He's 2 for 2. That one inside, and it's 1 and 0.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Cut on and lifted in the air, and George makes the grab. Runner tagging from third. He scores on the sac fly, and the lead is up to 5.
Now, that can be a tough one with the bases loaded. You can try to do too much, but there he didn't. He stayed within himself. He got that run in with the sac fly. Would have been nice if the runners behind could have advanced, but they'll take what they got.
In the dirt. And that one in the air center field. And that'll do it. 1 run in the inning, but they leave 2. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Jays nothing. And we're back. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Alan Roden. Bayo back to work. And that one ripped to left. Durant makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Bo Bichette will hit next.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Ball 1, no strike.
1 down, base is empty. That pitch clips the outside corner, and it's 1 and 1. And that one ripped into right, brings it in. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
In for a strike, and it's 0-1. Swing and a chopper out to short. Zips it to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Jays nothing. Back now in Toronto. And now the catcher comes up to him. Carlos Narvaez. And first offering is fouled off. Narvaez, 26 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. That to right, and that is Springer. Calls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, center fielder, Cesar.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Cedar Rafaela. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Chad Green preparing to come on if needed. Tate getting loose as well. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And that's in the dirt.
No strike.
Next offering in there for a strike. Strike 1.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
In the air, right field. Diving, makes the grab.
You love to see when a guy's hungry to make a play. Right there, an excellent diving catch. You could absolutely tell he was all in tracking that ball down.
So the Red Sox lineup turns over. Jarren Duran up next for the Red Sox. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Late swing, foul to the left. And that one is inside.
Clearly he didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
That missed by a lot. And the count's even at 2. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And now a 2-out opportunity for Rafael Devers.
Now batting, designated hitter, Rafael Devers.
Rafael Devers up to hit. 1 for 3. And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. Duran off of first with 2 away.
One and one.
Pitch out, but no action. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two outs. This one in the dirt. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Fouls that off to the left and will do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Runner takes off, cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. And the Red Sox leave one, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Well, we go bottom 6. Now here is Anthony Santander.
Anthony Santander.
Outside low, and that is ball 1.
Well, these Blue Jays looking to string together better at bats when they have runners on, but it just hasn't happened for them yet. There's a reason they include runners left on base in the box score. It matters a ton, and we're seeing the impact of that again today. They've had a lot of opportunities to score without much success.
That just misses.
Outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one not close, and the count's full. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Up next.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate.
George Springer.
That one's in there, 0-1. That one just misses.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Next offering is downstairs.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Got him looking. Picks up strikeout number 7. And now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Now this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
And there's a foul ball. In the air out to center. And it drops in. And that keeps the inning going.
Up next for the Blue Jays.
Here's the third baseman, Will Wagner.
Wagner.
On the ground, right side, and that chance handled. On the run, sends it over to first. What a play, inning over. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Jays nothing.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Chad Green.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Now it's Alex Bregman. 0 for 3 in this one.
Alex Bregman.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Counts 1-0.
Line drive ripped down the left side towards the left field corner. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Just a really nice job of turning on that pitch and smoking it down the line. And there's no one playing there, so once it drops in fair, you're on your way to extra bases.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Trevor Story. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off.
Ball.
The shortstop takes the ball. Bregman leads off second with nobody out.
Nope, that's down.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike.
We got full count.
Man at second. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
First base.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
First and second, no outs. Ref Snyder getting ready to hit. And ball 1 to the right fielder. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
One strike.
In the dirt, but kept close. First and second, no outs. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Off the plate inside. Now 3-1. Slides, but he can't come up with it. Everybody's going to be safe.
Everything came together for him. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Bases loaded, nobody out. And next for the Red Sox, Romy Gonzalez. And fouled off. The 0-1. Fought off foul. And the next pitch is way outside. And a slider misses down and away.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Bases juiced. No outs. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And that is foul. And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes. Now it's the second baseman. Fastball gets the corner at the knees.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
One out, bases full.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
On the ground to first. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. Still able to get it there in time. And on the out, a run scores.
Now batting, catcher, Carlos Narvaez.
Now the catcher up to hit, Carlos Narvaez. The other way, base hit, one run is in. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time, he scores. It's 8-0.
Wastes no time there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Chad Green won't go any further tonight. And as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching.
Dylan Tate takes over on the mound.
And he's coming in to pitch on 4 days rest right here. And that might not be a factor at all in terms of being rusty, but he should definitely be well rested.
So stepping in for Boston, Ceddanne Rafaela.
And remember, he was absolutely robbed of a base hit last time up.
On the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Red Sox 8, and the Jays nothing.
Now pitching for
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Garrett Crochet.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Here's the Toronto catcher, Tyler Heineman.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Fastball for a strike. 0-1. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
Not
One
close
ball,
with that
two
one.
strikes.
1-2 to count. Cut out and missed, struck him out, and one away in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
The Red Sox up big in this one here at the bottom of the 7th. That pitch gets the inside corner. That is strike 2. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Greg Weiser, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Slayton getting cranked up as well. One down, base is empty. Struck him out looking. Didn't agree with the call at the plate right there.
But again, a game like this, that's just too close to take. It's a blowout game. Guys have been out here for a while. Umpires saying, hey, let's go. Cut it loose. Swing the bat.
Two down, base is empty. Now the left fielder, Alan Roden. Strike on the inside corner. 0-1. Two down, nobody on. There's a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches down an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle, hope he gets a mistake.
And that's a strikeout looking. And he strikes out the side in the 7th. Blue Jays go down in order, and they're on the short end of an 8-0 score. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
Singy, did anybody ever give you the silent treatment?
I don't remember that they did. I think they were pretty cool with me in terms of celebrating my rookie year. First home run came in Anaheim against the Angels. And I always love to watch now, though, especially when that player is unsuspecting. You know, some guys, they've been around long enough to know there's a good chance I'm going to get the silent treatment. But when that player's maybe been grinding it out for a little while and finally gets that home run, is expecting the big lift coming into the dugout, and they just stonewall him, it's awesome.
Popped up. Bichette makes the grab, and there's one away.
Now batting third baseman, Alex Bregman.
So up next, Alex Bregman. 1 for 4 with a double. First pitch misses. Hit hard on the ground to the right side, and that's just foul. The 1-1 is fouled off. Duran leads off first with 1 away.
That's a ball.
In the dirt.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Line drive, caught.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Trevor Story.
Here's Trevor Story now. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does.
Bichette handles, throws to first, and that'll do it. They get a leadoff single, but leave him stranded. Last half of the 8th coming up. Red Sox 8 and the Jays nothing. On to the bottom of the 8th. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Bichette.
The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Ball one there. Outside low. 2-0.
Big at bat right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
The 2-2. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. Ball one low. Strike one.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's off the inside corner, and it's 2-1.
Oh, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Foul ball. Two now. That one missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
In the air, foul off first. Gonzalez snags it for the second out.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
2 outs, base is empty. Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. There's a strike. 2 down, nobody on. All Red Sox in this one. And it's fouled away. That missed by a lot. And the count is 1-2.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
The Jays with a lot of ground to make up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That's a little bit low.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And down on strikes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. Still 8-0. We go to the 9th, and now the right fielder, Rob Refsnyder. Tate, 30 years old now, and he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. Toronto's bullpen with some action. Jimmy Garcia appears to be getting loose. Number 68, a left-hander, also throwing. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. And they'll do it again. Broken back ground ball to second. Not in time to get him, and the tapper turns into an infield single.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Now here is Romy Gonzalez. Next offering is in for a strike. And that's outside.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
On the ground, right side. Jimenez whips it to first. Awesome play there.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
Here's the second baseman. That one outside, and that's ball one. One out and a runner at second here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a miss at a slider.
I got a ball, one strike.
And that's in there for a strike. Little slider that finds the mark.
All sliders so far in this at bat to get ahead in the count, and clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
Slider misses outside. Ref Snyder over at second, one down. That one misses, and the count's full.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
And ball four, two aboard.
Very close off the outside corner. Could have easily been called a strike in that location.
Carlos Narvaez digs in now.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
Just missed. In the air, left field, down the line, and there are two outs.
Now batting, center fielder, Cedon Rafaela.
Here's the center fielder, Cedon Rafaela. 0 for 4, 2 ground outs, a fly out, and a strikeout. First pitch swinging. 2 on, 2 outs. And a breaking ball misses outside. Line to left. And that gets down for a base hit. Coming home. Throw is offline, and he scores. It's 9-0.
Left fielder, Jaron Duran.
And stepping in for Boston, Jaron Duran. And first offering is fouled off. Two aboard, 2 outs. There's the strike at the knees. That one to first. Guerrero. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across one. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Red Sox 9 and the Jays nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. So bottom of the 9th. Now it's the right fielder, George Springer. Crochet back to work. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Catcher tosses the mask, settles under it, and puts the squeeze on that one. 1 up, 1 down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
Just a weak fly ball this time. That gets down for a hit. Here in the bottom of the 9th, 1 out. Will Wagner next up for the Blue Jays. And that's a strike. Strike 2. That's inside. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And they're down to their last out.
Up next for the
Tyler Heineman now at the plate. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Jimenez, the runner at first with 2 gone. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. One strike away. And there's a ball. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Two outs, and it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates,
swing and a ground ball up the middle, and that one finds its way through. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Now batting, the center fielder, Nathan Lucas.
So digging in, Nathan Lucas. first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Two on, two outs. And that one fouled off. And ball one. Lifted to left, and that should do it. And he'll put it away. Ball game. And the Red Sox take this one in a blowout.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
9-0 your final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.